Hey everybody, it's Robin, Ars Island Crafts, and welcome to my studio. Today we are going to celebrate National Flamingo Day. It's actually on Tuesday the 23rd, but I'm going to celebrate it every day because I love flamingos. We're going to be making two zipper pouches with two key fobs. These are the zipper pouches that are large enough to hold your debit card, credit card, a little bit of cash, library card, all the little bits you need, and then you can hook it onto the key fob and just wear it on your wrist when you're out running to the grocery store, to the library, just out for a walk, wherever you're going. We're going to make one for me and one for you guys. Now, there are actually two Flamingo days. One is April 26th, and that's for the actual live flamingos. It's a conservation day, and it's all about making sure that we have flamingos in the future. Now, for June 23rd, that's the little plastic guy that you poke into the ground in your yard, a yard flamingo. So that's what we're going to celebrate today. Now, in 1957, Don Featherstone, I love when the names have a little bit of connection to what they're doing. Flamingos have feathers. So Don Featherstone, he created the ornamental yard flamingo. The Flamingo Day that's international on April 26th, that's actually the birthday of James Audubon. You know, he's all about the birds and everything. So that's why they're celebrating it on that day. And did you guys know that there's 6 different species of flamingos? I think many of us, if we know about flamingos, we know that a group of flamingos are called the flamboyants. And I think that's perfect for our channel here. I love flamingos, and we live in a flamboyant, colorful, fabricy space here. Now for each of these pouches, we're going to have 2 outer pieces, front and the back, 2 lining pieces. I have 2 pieces of fusible fleece, nylon zippers. I have the little fabric for the tab on the outside, and I happen to have some of these, there we go, a little bit of a rose gold color for the little swivel clip. And I chose some polka dot fabrics for the little tab. Now, all of these pieces are 6.5 inches wide and 5.5 inches tall. I'm using a 7-inch zipper. I am cutting it a little close, but I can handle it on these pouches. For the key fobs, I cut 2 pieces of fabric for 2 key fobs. They are 4 inches wide and 12.5 inches long. Now you can make your key fobs any length you want. I'm using 1-inch key fob hardware, so that dictates the width of my fabric. I'm going to fold mine 4 different times down to a 1-inch size. I'm also going to use some fusible fleece to give it a little stability, and I like to cut those just shy of 1 inch. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start here with our iron. We're going to make sure our outside fabrics have a nice press to them. And we're going to add our fusible fleece. Now, of course, if you want to use something else, you can go ahead and do that. This is the rough side up, and that's the glue. And this is the felt, and I can feel, or the fleece, and you could feel how soft it is on that side. I'll add some links in the description box, in the pinned comment, or at the end of this video to all of these tutorials so that you can go and watch each individual one if you need a little bit more information. Little step by step. And we'll do that with the second pouch. And while we're at the iron, we're going to also work on our little tabs to attach our swivel clip to. These are 2 inches wide and 3 inches long, and I want to fold them from end to end on the skinny side, and then I will bring the centers in. Fold that back in half. And we do that with the second one. We're going to do everything twice. Now these are the strips for our key fobs. Make sure everybody is ironed nice and smooth. And very similar, we'll take and fold it in half long ways, matching up that long edge. Bring each side into the center. Now, before I fold them in half again, I'm going to go ahead and add in my fusible fleece. You can use batting, you can use some type of an interfacing, whatever works for you. I like the fusible fleece. You can add some pins or clips to hold this together if you'd like. We could leave these as is and not do any quilting, but I do like to do some crosshatch quilting on my projects. And since this is a me and a you thing, I'm going to go ahead and do a little quilting. I'm going to use my Hera marker. We'll just go corner to corner. And the Hera marker makes that faint little line there, just a little crease in the fabric, so that I can follow that when I'm quilting. And I think I will go with 1.5 inches. Doesn't take long to quilt these, they're pretty small. And I'm going to do the same thing on all 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and quilt all 4 of these at the same time. I'm using a 2.4 stitch length. Just move over to the next line. Okay, all 4 are quilted. Now I'm just going to sew these little bits. I'm going to stitch down each side. I'm starting on the open side first. Spin it around and sew down the next side. And then I put the 2 back sides together through the little swivel clasp, clip, either way. And I like to just tack these 2 together close to the end. It just makes it easier for me to put it into the zipper pouch. Same thing with the second one. And then I'm going to also quilt my key fob, starting on the open end again. Now I'll go ahead and sew the second one. Then I just bring the first one back around, sew the other side. Down the center. And now I'm going to sew down the center of the outer one and the center one, and that'll give me 5 lines. So you can just put the 2 outer ones on for a nice soft touch, and this way it makes it a little bit sturdier and firmer. And then the last one. I'm just going to clean up the ends. I'm not concerned at this point with the exact length of them. Sometimes they get just a little bit off when you're sewing, or you might have some of the fleece coming out. To make it easier to put into the key fob, I do like to take the 2 ends and I'll take it back to the sewing machine, and just 1/4 inch or less, I'll go ahead and stitch both of these together. They're both stitched together, so let's go ahead and put the hardware on. I'm using some clear gel Aleene's tacky glue. I like to put some on the end. It doesn't take a lot. Now, if you don't have these special pliers, you could put a piece of batting or fabric or washcloth or something over your hardware and just use regular pliers on it. I've noticed that several of the listings for the hardware now comes with the pliers. It's a set. Now I have that glue on there, and it's going to go all the way down in here and hold it in place a little extra. More peace of mind, I'm going to assume, than the fact that it's going to do much of anything. You could use E6000. I don't have any of that. That would probably hold it in place. So there is one, and then we'll do the other. I just find it easier to have it already in here in the tool versus holding it or putting it on the key fob fabric. And I can also line it up so it's as straight across as I can get it. And make sure it's nice and even. And then I just make sure it's crimped down nice and tight. Now we can set our key fobs away and go on to the next part. Figure out which side is the front and which side is the back. I don't think it really matters too much with this design. And I'm going to add my little swivel hook. I like to put it about an inch down. And we want to make sure when we lay this down, I'm going to sew it down and tack it down so I don't have to worry about it when I'm stitching everything around. We want to make sure when we lay it down, we put it on our bag like this. Because if we put it on our bag like this, like it's going to be when it's finished, then when we sew everything together, it's going to get cut off. So it's going to go on the inside like this, and then when it's sewn together, it'll pop over to the sewing machine, and I'll just tack this down, and I want to stay close to the edge within the seam allowance. So if you're only doing 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, you want to stay really close to the edge. There we go. Now, of course, you can put this on either side, wherever you want it. I like to put it on the left because my zipper opens from the left. Then we'll go ahead and put our zippers in. Zippers face down. And then the lining fabric right sides together. And we'll just add our zipper. Both of them, I have the zipper sewn in and top stitched. Open the zipper at least halfway. Put the outside with the outside, the lining with the lining, right sides touching. Put clips all the way around. And I'm going to go over to the sewing machine. I'll leave a turning hole down here, and I'll stitch all the way around. Once it's sewn, we'll just trim off the ends of the zipper. Trim your corners. Trim the lining corners. Then through our turning hole, we'll just turn it right side out. I think I've loved flamingos from a very early age. I thought it was really fascinating that depending on what they ate, it changed the color of their feathers. So if they ate a lot of brine shrimp, is what we called it in Florida, a lot of the shrimp, it turns them pink. And sometimes when they go to the zoo and they don't get the same diet, then their feathers can turn white. And then the ones that have the black feathers underneath, so when they actually go off and fly, which is kind of crazy, as I never thought flamingos would fly, but they're big birds, right? So when they go off to fly, their under feathers are black, so that's when you can see them a little bit better. I moved to Florida when I was 13. We lived in Connecticut prior to that. A lot of snow, a lot of farmland, but I was fascinated because we used to go to Florida for vacation a lot, and I was fascinated by horseshoe crabs and starfish, the flamingos. Give everybody a good press, tuck in the seam allowance, give that a nice press, and I'll take it over and I'll just barely top stitch along the edge to close that. There it is. Almost finished. I have these flamingo charms, so I'm going to add a flamingo to each one. And of course, my tassels. There we go. We have our tassel and our flamingo charm. Now, this is definitely large enough to put a card in, and then you have plenty room to put some cash. It's not large enough to fit my cell phone, but if you have one of those smaller ones. And then, now I did technically mix my metals, so I have the rose gold with the stainless, but that doesn't bother me. I only have stainless key fobs. You can get these in different colors. I have seen them in the rose gold and the copper and black and silver. It's one of those things I didn't think of when I first started the project. So if you want a zipper pouch that matches mine, I'll pop these in the shop before Friday so that you guys can grab it if you want. If anyone else wants a flamingo pouch, I do have a little bit more of this fabric and plenty of the lining fabric. I can make more if anyone is interested. Happy Flamingo Day, everyone. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Come back on Monday to watch the next week's vlog and see what I'm creating in my sewing room. Bye.